If you start in your trading journey with a small amount of money in your account, let's say $500, $1,000, $2,000, you do not have time to be playing games and you don't have money to be wasting. Most people, when they have that amount of money in their account, they're trying to trade more in order to grow it. But the thing is, this is actually what ends up blowing your account in the first place. So we're going to go over in this video the things it takes to grow our accounts consistently and efficiently with as little risk as possible. If you're new to the channel, man, welcome. If you've been here before, of course, welcome back. My name is James Strong. I make videos about managing money, making money, and multiplying money. Number one, we need to be able to manage our money responsibly, because without proper money management, we can't do anything in life. You feel me? It's like having a bucket with holes in it. The water gonna keep leaking out. And secondly, man, we have to be able to make and multiply money, because once we're responsible, we gotta be able to make some bread. And we do this through trading in futures market and investing in the stock market, because that's where all billionaires are made. Some of the biggest mistakes beginner traders are making, I see this a lot. I've seen this with my students. I've seen this a lot of different places, right? There's a handful. They can go for days, you know what I'm saying? They can go for days, but I'm gonna cover a few, right? One thing is every setup a trader sees when they're new, they usually want to trade. And this is not very conducive to growing a account, especially with a small amount of money, because every trade is not a very good trade or not a high quality trade. On these trades, usually too, they're risking way too much. So let's say it's $1,000 account. They're risking $200 on a trade. Or they may be on a very volatile instrument like NASDAQ or Dow Jones, risking one contract or something. Dude, it can blow their account in one trade. So every setup's not good. They have way too much risk management. They're treating this thing like it's gambling or hustling. And this is not a hustle or a gamble. This is a business. When you become into futures, if you come correctly, any type of trading for that matter, but obviously we specialize over here in futures. This is a real legitimate business. This is a career. If you want it to be, it could be a side hustle, a side business for you. But this is a business nonetheless. It takes treating like a business, because if you gamble with it, you can gamble with your results. So a lot of people gamble and lose money. And the thing with trading is trading more doesn't grow your account, but trading better does. So the better we can trade, that the more we're going to build confidence, the more we're going to build an edge, the more proof in the pudding we're going to build, and ultimately the more money we're going to make. So the money is the byproduct of all the things we end up doing. But when your capital is limited, like, your precision has to be a lot higher. And so some of the keys of growing a small account, first thing I would say is we want to use a fixed risk reward. Now, some people say percentage. I personally disagree with that, especially when you have a small account. That's different if you're trading like a prop firm or valuation or whatever, right? Or something like that where there's a large amount of money. And people always think, oh, 1% of $100,000. That's cool. When you start getting on small amounts of money, it's different. So I'm going to use 1,000 for simplicity purposes, right? $1,000. If you're risking 1%, what's that, $10? Who wants to risk $10? Most people, when you have 1,000, and now we also have to go into the mindset piece of these people as well who are embarking on this trading journey here new. Most people who get into this, they want to turn that 1,000 to $2,000, $5,000, $10,000. I actually had a family member one time. I had actually a few family members try to give me money. One, I have money, but like try to give me money to grow, and they thought you could turn like 5,000 to 25,000. I'm like, okay, I had to actually explain to them the nuances and the things that the risk basically that goes with that. Because it's like, yeah, you can in theory, but is that realistic? And then how long are you willing to give that? Right? I don't know if you're willing to give that 2 years to grow like that. Nah, they might want that in 3 or 4 months. Well, dude, if that was real, I think everybody would be like a billionaire. You know what I'm saying? That's not the case. You can do it, but most people lose that right back too. That's not really feasible for long-term consistent growth. So risking a fixed dollar amount, if you got $1,000, let's just say $100. When you risk that, you know that you have 10 chances, right? You have 10 trades at $100 to take 10 trades. Now, if you lose 10 trades in a row, you probably don't have an edge in the market at all. So now you're giving yourself the ability to survive. But when you do things like using a percentage, let's say you use 10, 15, 20%. Well, the thing is, when you lose, that percentage is going to keep, like, it's going to keep going up. Or like when you start winning, it's going to go up. That's the bad part. So you're actually going to start risking more. So when you lose, you'll lose more. But when you have a fixed risk, you know what I'm saying, it's fixed across the board. And so this focuses on the growth overall of your account, because the thing is, survival comes first when it comes to success of trading. Next thing I would say is make sure you're only taking very high quality setups, or what you would refer to as A+ setups. 1 or 2 trades a week is better than 20 garbage trades, 20 bootleg, raggedy trades a week. You know what I mean? You want to have fine precision with your trades. Now, if you start a day trade, that's cool. Change that to instead of 1 or 2 good trades a week, 1 or 2 good trades a day. Whatever, if that's for you, you want to scout, but understand your risk is going to be different. You taking 2 trades a day, you got $1,000, you risking $100 trade, taking 2 a day, you go on a bad losing streak, your mental could be messed up. So that's another thing for another video that really, enhanced my trading. Like when I learned I was scalping, and then I went into intradaying, and then I started backing out and having just a few quality setups a week. It changed the game for me. You have to have a lot more patience, but you get a lot more risk reward. And you'll come to find out most people who make a lot of money consistently don't trade that often. So it's down to your risk appetite. But the cleaner your setup is, the easier it's going to be to scale. If you truly have a clean setup, truly A+ setup, you will not find it every day. And if you do, you probably have a lot of assets you're watching. So just understand that. Like, if you have 1 or 2, maybe 3, the chance of you getting a quality setup every day is about 0, because it doesn't happen every day. It just, that's how the market moves. The same occurrences don't happen all the time. So we're not here to be busy. We're here to be profitable. Third thing, track every single thing you do. When you only have a little bit of money, you cannot afford to just be guessing. You have to be testing. You feel me? That's a saying I say, and I always give to my students. Make sure you are tracking everything. Make sure you understand, keep a log. What was your setup, right? What's your win-loss ratio? What's your average RR? What's the average time you in a trade, et cetera, et cetera. I can go on because I build custom sheets like all day long for myself. So make sure you're tracking that, man. Find out what works, double down on it, find out what don't, throw it out like a bad habit. You feel what I'm saying? Because a small account cannot afford random trades. A random trade in a small account is gonna blow it. It's gonna destroy it. And yet the first thing is finding edge, and you find edge in your data. Simple as that. You don't find edge in intuition. You don't find edge in how you feel, contrary to what people believe. You're gonna find in your data. It's gonna be your best friend. So this works. The problem is, like anything, like fitness, like a weight loss plan, like building muscle, most people just not gonna work it. You focus on risk, right? It's gonna protect your capital. A+ setups are going to give you the best probability to make good trades. And then obviously when you track everything, track all your data, it's going to keep you sharp as a butchered knife. You know what I'm saying? When you about to get some filet mignon, filet McNog, some filet mignon, some steak, anything, right? It's sharp, it's precision when you're tracking your data. This isn't the fastest way to get rich, but remember, you're talking about growing a small account. So know this too, this is like a bonus. When you go in a small account, you cannot expect income from a small account. The point of a small account is just growth. And so when you want income, you need more money, straight up. That small account is just like, am I saying you can't make any income? If you consider income $20 or something, that's different. I don't consider income. That's just whatever it is to me. But it can definitely be practice. It can definitely be a tool to fund other things, just to get your confidence up, rather. And you can definitely grow it, but it won't be like that thousands making you $2,000 a week. That's not gonna happen. You feel me? But that 1,000 can get you 500 to buy a couple evaluation accounts or something like that, get you down the road, or at least get your confidence. You save up some more money, and now you put more money in your account. Maybe you get to $5,000-$10,000. Now you got some wiggle room. Now you can start generating some income consistently with it. But something like $1,000 is not enough to really be put out in the market. Again, unless you have 1,000 and you're in a different country where the cost of living is very cheap. But remember, you can't compound. You always put your money out too. So it's a big difference between personal accounts and evaluation accounts. Like I said, man, this is not the fastest way, but it's one of the most effective ways, man. You want to stay in the game long enough to get rich. So, if you're serious about growing your small account, man, make sure you tap in. You join my next Future to Freedom Challenge, where I go through exactly how to do these types of things. The next one is this month. So make sure you go to my link in the description and sign up. If also, man, let me know what you guys are doing to grow your accounts, the type of accounts you guys are starting with, how much, man. Hey, chop it up. We're a community. We're a growing community. And yeah, dude, just let me know how you doing your journey, man, so we can all help each other eat, keep growing, and make sure too you continue to manage your money, man. If you ain't been doing that right, if you need to, make sure you tap it in the money management videos, man, because hey, we giving gems out here. You know what I'm saying? We all gotta eat, man. It's enough food out here for everybody. So with that being said, I'm gonna catch y'all the next one. Till next time, much love.